Back with Bobby and JG Radio, we have the awesome Solis and Smith Law Firm talking about natural disasters, how to cover yourself, what you need to do, the steps, and the ways to make sure that if the insurance company doesn't pay out, you got someone on your side. I want to jump right back into it. So, gentlemen, let's say an insurance company comes and then they deny my claim. What's the next step?
Well,
Or why would they?
Okay, there's a few things involved with that. Some people think because they didn't get a payment that they were denied, but that's not necessarily true. Sometimes they're saying, yeah, you did have coverage and you did have some damage, but it's below your deductible. So if you have a $3,000 deductible, they can say you've got $2,000 worth of damage, therefore we're not making a payment. So that's not technically a denial, but they're not paying you anything. Right. In the homeowner's eyes, in their mind, it's a denial because they're not getting paid anything.
Okay.
Now, some of the common things why they would deny a claim would be, we don't see any damage. Let's say you're in the fringe area, you weren't in the hot spot where there was the hail, the 7230s, the airport areas where it was the 09 area that got hit real bad. They're going to say, well, you got a little bit of damage, but or they'll, if it's under deductible, or they may say there's not enough damage that we see. A lot of times interior damage, people wonder, why is my interior damage not covered?
I've gotten burned with wind-driven rain.
Right.
That one killed me one time.
Right.
So they covered the roof, but because it flapped up and water got in, it didn't cover the damage of the flap going or the water getting through the shingle flapping up.
Right.
And it was killer for me.
That should have been covered. What happens is your policy says we will cover interior damage, but there has to be a wind-created opening or storm-created opening. So what that means, either a piece of hail created an opening, or it blew the vent open, or some of the metal on top of the vents. If water comes in through that,
rat hole,
covered.
Whatever.
Yeah. But other reasons they can deny, they can say this is old wear and tear damage. You have to maintain your house, and if you have old rotted wood and stuff like that, they're not going to cover it because it's wear and tear.
Right.
And so there are several reasons why they can deny it. Many times they're like, we just didn't see any damage. We didn't see any covered damage.
Sure.
So an insurance company is going to send out an adjuster, and most people don't know what to look for. So if the insurance company says there's no damage, we just got to pretty much take their word for it. Would it be a good idea to schedule maybe a professional roofer to come out with an adjuster at the same time? That way there's no funny business, and he can't say there's no damage if there is damage.
I think definitely having somebody there with you, like a roofer or even a friend that knows roofing, to go out there and see and show them these are the notches in the shingles. A lot of times what you'll see is if there'll be some of the granules on the shingles. Granules will be in your gutter because little by little you're going to be losing granules. And even though it doesn't look like an exaggerated hail damage on your roof, but your roof is losing its effectiveness to shield off water and run off water because you're losing granules because of that storm. And so absolutely, if you have a friend or a roofer to go up there and talk to the adjuster and say, hey, show them some of the areas of damage, that's definitely a good thing.
So let's say we get denied, or underpaid. What are my options?
Well,
I actually think that's happening to me right now, so I want to know.
Well, they have
free legal advice on Bobby and JG Radio.
They had pictures of you with the ballpoint hammer, so
yeah,
I don't know if
that didn't help, right?
That's
With
not
the
a good thing.
Nolan Ryan hat on,
that's not a good thing.
If that happened, don't call us.
I got you.
All right?
I got you.
Now the first thing you could always, like we said, request a reinspection, and you can have the insurance company come back
Should
out.
that happen before calling you or not?
It depends. It's a personal choice on the homeowner. They can. Or if they don't want to deal with it, if they really don't feel that they were taken care of and the insurance company didn't pay what they should have, they have a car that was sitting in the front yard, they got pummeled with hail and the insurance company paid for that, and they come back and say the roof has no damage.
Right, because it was so far from the roof.
It's kind of questionable.
Right.
And so they may want to call us, and what we do is Carlos and I, or one of us will go and we will put our eyes on the potential damage.
Sure.
And what we do is when we're retained by somebody, we will hire experts to go look at those roofs.
So let's talk about that process. I hire you.
Okay.
Do I have to pay you up front, or how do y'all get paid?
You don't have to pay us anything. So
right,
the
so
way
to my
we
house
work,
today. No, I'm sorry.
we work on a contingency, meaning there's no risk to the homeowner or the business owner who hires us.
Only if and when.
Only if and when we can recover money for you. Okay.
Sure.
We fight 100% of the risk is on us. Okay.
So will you take any kind of claim in that regard then? If you guys
Well, we're going to look at it to make sure it has merit.
Okay.
Based on how much you were paid, what kind of damage it was, but we get paid based on a percentage of the recovery.
Sure.
And we cover all expenses, and so.
Gotcha. Up front.
So what happens afterwards? Like, is the insurance company going to penalize me or raise my because I try to sue them?
No, they can't retaliate against you just simply because you hired an attorney to go after them. They can't. It's not like an insurance company can actually cancel your policy if you file 3 claims in an 18-month period. So let's say you file a theft claim and a vandalism claim and a smoke claim in 18 months, they have the right to not renew you. Okay, that's what the law says. A lot of times, natural disaster claims like hail claims and hurricanes, those don't actually count because it's by no fault of yours. And so people are afraid that, well, if I file a claim, they're going to cancel me. My mom has had insurance for 30 years, didn't even want to file a claim, and she was in 78230, which is hard hit.
Right.
And she's like, well, no, I see one shingle missing. I said, Mom, file the claim. And she filed it, and they said, yeah, your roof's totaled. And so, but a lot of people are afraid to file a claim.
They are because they think it's going to go up.
Yeah.
Because they think it's like car insurance. So tell us one of your greatest success stories.
Well, we've had many notable success stories, I think, but some of the greatest ones, I think, was going back to around 2009 during Hurricane Ike. I mean, there were people that literally in the Galveston area who were living off of generators. I mean, they lost their homes completely. And if you recall, this time the economy was horrible.
Right.
People were losing their jobs. Then the next thing they had to deal with was losing their home.
Right.
And so we had people that for months living in trailers outside of their homes that they couldn't walk into. Wow. And so we were able to recover for many of those clients and put their homes back together and their lives back together.
That's awesome. Love to hear it. For more information about this awesome law firm, and if you got hit like I got hit in this last hailstorm, you want to get a hold of these guys, especially if you got underpaid or you feel that you got denied for whatever reason, you can call them at 210-223-5000. Again, that's 223-5000. The website is Solis and ANDSmithLaw.com.